Gamestick 4K Lite.
Harley here. So I have to start this video by saying I am a dumbass, and I figured out how to get my 4K game stick working. This thing, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if it'll focus. This is the USB sensor that connects the controllers to the game. And this was sitting on my computer desk for the past 6 months, and I didn't know what the hell it was for. But what this does, you plug it in. See the game stick here? See where there's a USB out? That's where this goes in. And it connects the controllers to the game. I'm trying to do this with one hand, obviously. But there we go. Oops. And it's working. And I've tried a few of the games. There's a lot of freaking games on here. But the controls work good. They're flawless. There's a shit ton of games on here. I'll just show you. Hang on. So there's like arcade, NES, Famicom, Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced, Game Boy Color, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, PS1, and Atari. And yeah, there's like 10,000 games. And there's a lot of games. Like they have like King of the Fighters, the Street Fighter series, the Capcom, Street Fighter versus Marvel, Street Fighter versus Capcom, all that. And you can, if you're looking for a specific game, you can type it in here. But yeah, it's working, and it's working flawlessly. I paid, I think, taxes in, it was like $65. I can't remember the website. But yeah, it works great now that I got it figured out, and I got the final piece plugged in. Yeah, see, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Just these games alone. Like if you have a PlayStation, number one, it's damn near impossible to find these games. And number two, if you do find them, you're spending hundreds of dollars because that's what people want for them. But yeah, they got the Street Fighter Alpha series. They got a bunch of NES games, Super Nintendo games, Sega, like, there's just a shit ton of games. It would take forever for me to go through them and show you, but they got Mega Man. Like, there's so many games. Final Fight. And then they got a lot of games that only came out on arcade. Like, there's so many games. I'm going to be busy all night going through them. But yeah, the 4K game stick is working. I got it working. And the controls are working good. It also gives you an option. You go like this. Yeah, you can adjust the settings a little bit. Exit the settings system here. But yeah, a lot of freaking games on here. But yeah, so I have to make an apology. The 4K game stick does work. I'm just a dumbass, and I was missing the USB plug-in for the controllers. Now that it's in, the game is working flawlessly. So, God, there's so many games. Like, this is just the A section. But yeah, the 4K game stick, bad dudes. They also have Zombies Ate My Neighbors from Super Nintendo. For those of you that remember how fun that game was, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they got Battletoads, but I gotta find them. But a lot of the games that it's just like if I want to... Oh, they have Donkey Kong Country. They have both 1 and 2 for Super Nintendo. But it's just like I'm going to have to... There's certain games that I actually want to find and play, I'm going to have to do the search. Because there's just way too many pages of games here that I got to go through. But it does work. Blades of Steel. I think that's Sega. But yeah, 4K game stick, it's working.